Good evening, people. Hiya. Okay, just want to say a quick sort of thank you again, because I'm still getting subscribers pretty much every day, and since Smallville ended, it's like been a huge influx of new people who are, just giving out their gratitude and thanks and everything for my reviews and such, and all my theories and conclusions regarding Smallville and Superman and things like that. So seriously, I have to say thank you all, because I just didn't expect it, really did not expect it at all. So with Smallville now finished, I thought to myself, how can I sort of try and make the gap of waiting for season 10 to arrive that little bit shorter. And I put up a suggestion, maybe I should do some comic book reviews. I'm still gonna try and re-upload some of my old reviews that I've done in the past. So as I say, those will be coming very soon. But I thought, might as well do some comic book reviews, since I do read comics quite a lot. And although I did a few sort of like spoke about War of the Supermen and Brightest a couple of weeks ago, I thought, well, we'll carry on with that sort of tradition kind of thing. So today I'm going to give you a quick review on these two, War of the Supermen Part 2 and the very first edition of The Return of Bruce Wayne. Okay, I'll start off with The Return of Bruce Wayne. This was a very, very interesting story to start off with. It sort of goes on from Final Crisis, where at the end of the 7th issue of Final Crisis, Bruce Wayne, as in Batman, faced off with Darkseid, and he had a gun. Now we all know Batman never uses a gun, but on this occasion it was a once in a lifetime exception. As he was pointing the gun to Darkseid was basically saying, do you think that that bullet's going to hit me before I've blasted my Omega beams at you, kind of thing? And they both pit each other at such a great length that as soon as Darkseid's eyes are like beaming with his Omega beams, Batman pulls the trigger, bullet hits Darkseid, but just after that's happened, literally the Omega beams have hit Batman and pretty much fried his body. However, carry on reading. This was in the 6th issue of Final Crisis. When you carry on reading to the 7th issue, you actually see that at the very end, there's like a few pages of an old caveman doing some drawings on the wall, and as he sort of like falls asleep, we see a guy put down a utility belt, and he's half naked from the bottom down, from the top up. Sorry, girls, don't get too excited. And he starts drawing like a bat on the wall, on the cave wall, and it is actually Bruce Wayne. It is Batman. So that's where we come to here. There have been tons of comic books that have been out since his disappearance, but this is the one that a lot of Batman fans have been waiting for. And as I say, it really does open your eyes. It's done. Someone said it's done in the view of like a caveman, as it were, because he's back in the Stone Age. He's not speaking really good English to begin with, and he's sort of confused, he's dazed, he's not sure where he is or what he's doing. I mean, he's pretty sure where he is, but as I say, he's between his mind and speaking, it's two different things together. You can sort of make out what he's trying to say, and yet the cavemen that are there seem to know a lot of English, as it were. There is one character in here who I think sort of opened my eyes a bit, and it sounded pretty familiar, and I thought sounded like Vandal Savage. So if anyone who's read this can confirm if they think what I'm thinking as well, that if that guy was Vandal Savage. So that's what I thought there. But seriously, this is the first issue of 6, so it's a mini series of some sort, and so there's only 6 issues to come out. So there is speculation about him returning to the present, so and what it's going to do to a lot of people, how that's going to impact the present, as it were, the 21st century. So seriously, give this a read if you haven't already, and if you have, let me know what you thought of it as well. Okay, on to War of the Supermen. This is a 4-part issue, and so far, after the events of War of the Supermen #1, New Krypton got destroyed, which was expected, but it happened too soon. For me, I didn't expect it to happen, but it happened, but way too soon. But in this version, Superman and Supergirl are having to, you know, console each other. Well, Superman's consoling Supergirl because she's lost her mother to the planet being destroyed, and it's all part of General Lane's plan to eradicate all Kryptonians from Earth, as it were, or even from the galaxy at this rate. And it really does show you just what humanity is capable of against a species that is more powerful, that's ahead of its own civilization, you know, Earth civilization. And yet Earth, you know, the military, General Sam Lane in particular, he's like a modern day, it's like between him and General Zod, I would say that in some ways they're both like, you know, Adolf Hitler and Winston Churchill in some ways. But even General Lane still has a hint of Hitler within him as well. It's amazing what these two are going to, you know, they will go to great lengths to hurt each other, and I mean great lengths. And already, as we've seen, you know, General Lane has blown up Krypton, New Krypton as I should say, and Zod has sent around 100,000 or so, well maybe less now with the planet being destroyed, but a huge amount of his Kryptonian army are descending upon Earth. But General Lane is working with Lex Luthor, and that poses a problem for the Kryptonians. And again, if you haven't read this, I'm not going to say much about it, but seriously, there is some like non-dialogue like pages which really capture the like Supergirl, for example. After her mother got killed, it was like you can feel the hurt, you know, you can feel her pain and everything, even though there was no dialogue or anything being said between Superman and Supergirl. It was just absolutely, the tension was just there, you could feel it. So again, well worth a good read, and I can't wait to read #3 and #4. I really want to know how this ends. The other thing is, the fight does take place on Mars. Okay, here we are in the 21st century, we haven't even figured if there's still going to be life on Mars, and already here in the comics they've set up base on Mars, the humans. So again, seriously, I recommend these two. Go for it if you can, and honestly, you have no idea what's to be expected. So that's the end of my sort of first ever comic book review. I'll just see if I can get some done hopefully next week. I'm a bit behind on my comics due to budget issues, so these were released last week, so the ones released this week probably won't do them till next week. Otherwise, if I'm lucky to do them this week, then you'll know about it. Just get ready anyway. I've got another video to do because I've got a major announcement or two to make, and I'll let you just, yeah, after this one, watch the next one. Okay, thanks, bye.